Hi.
Wow. It's bright in here.
Yeah, things are happening. I know your wall is the right color. It's amazing.
I got all this light on me now. It's wild. For those who are only listening audio through the source of the audio, um, it's amazing what lighting can do.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like your wall is literally the color it's supposed to be.
But if you can see this, wow, the graininess is gone. It's amazing.
For now, yeah.
Well, I mean, if this light falls over at some point, which it will, most likely. This is Funny Book Forensics, don't forget.
Yeah, it is Funny Book Forensics. I'm reading a book about comics.
He's reading a book about comics, and I'm watching him. That's what we do.
I prepared for the episode.
He is so prepared.
Well, we were talking about, did anybody have the graphic novel version of The Death of Superman handy? Neither of us did. I feel like I should have that. Superman died in Superman number 75.
Holy cats and dogs.
Written and penciled by one Dan Jurgens.
The same Dan Jurgens who's doing this book right here?
Who wrote and penciled Booster Gold number 7. Yeah, it's amazing.
Goodness.
So 6 years from now, you're going to get... you have a live Superman here, and then you'll have a dead Superman.
Cool.
Yeah, Dan Jurgens created Doomsday.
Oh, wow.
Dan Jurgens, penciled and wrote one of the best-selling comics of all time.
Yeah?
At least when it was made.
Yeah?
I would say it's probably one of the most quarter-selling books of all time. Later.
Thing. Hey, well, it's still, it's still pulling those quarters out of the bin. People are still going after it, saving it for a day.
There's some fun. That's kind of what I wanted to get to, was the penciling and the penciling similarities between that and the Booster Gold we're looking at right now.
The cover, yeah.
If you're on video, you can see.
You can see. Wow.
It's and what I would say about that, by the way, this is Comic Book Chronicles, the 1990s.
The 90s.
Jason Sachs and Keith Dallas are now talking about Dan Jurgens' creations. In the 80s, they did not.
They just kind of shuffled it off to the side there.
No mention of Booster Gold, but, get all sorts of Death of Superman because, that was important.
Nobody want to talk about Booster.
Well, right now we got a cover with Booster Gold getting smashed by Superman.
He's in a puddle of something, and it's base. Poor Booster. I mean, it's like the poor guy. He just wants to be helpful. Superman is just beating it
to be friends.
Not out of him. He wants to be friends. Yeah, he wants to be friends with them. And he wants to.
Well, the cover says the Man of Gold versus the Man of Steel. The Man of Steel is fonted like the cover of the Man of Steel books.
Oh, yeah. And it looks like he's putting Booster in a puddle of gold.
Fonted just like that. This one's even in a wrapper. Sorry, it's glaring because...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got that font there. It's, perhaps I should pull that out of its wrapper and read it in my spare time.
Yeah.
I just, I got those because they have Legion appearances, and I get upset every time I think about reading the John Byrne Superman, and then I don't do it. And
just do it.
Just rip the Band-Aid. Well, anyway, we've got John Byrne Superman living in Dan Jurgens' world here.
Yeah.
And last issue, we met Fern, the Ferninator.
Yeah. The Ferninator on his BMX bike, and
we met the little alien guy,
Z.
We met the other alien guy. Captured all of them.
Yeah, the other one.
We met Booster Gold, and we found out the origin of Booster Gold, the original origin, the no sympathy origin at all. There's no sick mom. There's no real reason to steal. He just gambled in college, lost his career, his football career, ended up working in a museum, stole stuff because he wanted to be a superhero in the past. Took Skeets with him, and Skeets told the whole dished everything to Superman. Skeets is that before the podcast started, Greg was asking me what my preferences are in the worst case dating scenario. And asked me if I wanted the dirt dishing, shit stirring, wine drinking, fabulous gay man to sweep me off my feet. And I said, no. I did not. Like John Byrne's Superman, that individual might be good for a short time, but isn't meant for long-term relationships.
See, and that's where you start off with that, like in a Hallmark movie, and then the real love interest pops in and pushes that one away and sweeps you off your feet.
Well, in the scenario of the story we're about to review, who is that love interest?
Oh.
I don't think we're there in the Hallmark movie yet.
We're not there in the Hallmark movie. And
Hawkman is back, by the way.
Hawkman is back?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It is right there on the cover. Hawkman is back, people.
Hawkman is back on the cover. Yeah.
Is that who's going to sweep you off your feet? Hawkman?
Maybe, except, Hawkman, isn't this about the time we rewrote the whole Hawkman thing so that he was fated to Hawkgirl / Hawkwoman over and over again with the multiple lives and all that stuff?
So, no Hawkman for you. So I guess
this was, I don't think that was that series, actually. This is, I'm going to not. This was, let's see, writer Jenny Blake Isabella, penciler Richard Howe, inker Don Heck.
Oh, what?
What? Why is Don Heck inking somebody else?
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, that is okay.
If you're gonna, that's pretty cool. Heck's on Hawk.
Yeah, we get this is post-crisis, so it's definitely going to be Thanagarians. Yeah, Hawkman's back post-crisis. Of course, we've got Silver Age Hawkman because Golden Age Hawkman is either dead or shuttered off, because when you see when the crisis is over, there can be only one.
Only one? Oh, like a Highlander.
Yes.
Oh, so man, those are fast cars.
It can only be one Hawkman, one Superman, one booster.
One booster. Oh. Well, there's only one booster.
One of a, there only ever was.
One of a kind.
There only ever was one booster gold. There's not multiple booster golds.
Yeah. It's true.
Well,
unless there are two.
There could be only one.
Only be.
You said it right already. Well, anyway, we turned the page.
We turned the page to find out, to guess who's winning.
We turn the page.
Oh, man.
And we get a, I don't know what's going on.
It's an amazing.
There's a space background.
Yeah.
There's a very Legion of Superheroes once again background.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Turns out.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to find out in the next two issues where there are Legion of Superheroes members in the stories. Spoiler.
Yeah.
If there are less Legion of Superheroes backgrounds in those stories than in this story.
Oh, that'd be wild.
I think there is. Well, yesterday Earth time at Baker Dam, without warning, Booster Gold, Skeets, and Superman and young Jason Redfern, that'd be our friend Fern, and Z, the alien, stranded on Earth, were savagely attacked. With no chance to defend themselves. They were easily defeated, loaded aboard a space vessel, and brought to this planet in a remote galaxy. Banded together from a remote galaxy.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
back at the ranch,
The savage attacker says, "Bring me the prisoners now, guard. For the crime of treason, it is time that they die."
I like his lion's mane hair. It's pretty cool.
He's very Jack Kirby. This is a straight ripoff of New Gods. Like,
I honestly,
straight ripoff. He's got Big Barda's like staff thing, her boomstick. Remember, it's a boomstick.
It's a boomstick.
What do you do with a boomstick shaped like that?
I don't know. You stick some boom.
You boom things.
You boom things. You stick it.
We've got a skull on his knee.
Like
we've got a full-on wine glass.
Yeah, and then the harness.
Yeah,
with the chest ring.
It's like his upper half is Grimbor and his lower half is Mr. Miracle.
Yeah, it's wild. It is a wild outfit.
And he's blue and he's got fangs.
And everybody, if you're not seeing this, if you haven't read this book or you're not looking at it, his boots are awesome. Cuff and what appear to be buckle. He's cuffing and buckling. He's cuff buckling.
So what you're saying is he could have a cape.
He could have a cape, but he doesn't need one.
You've been following along. Cuff and buckles allow you to have capes.
He doesn't need one, though, because he's got a thing on his shoulder and a thing on his knee, and he's got a thing around his thigh, and he's got that harness piece on. He just looks badass.
About miscolored Evil Lyn in the background.
Oh, yeah, miscolored Evil Lyn in the back. It's crazy because we're going through He-Man stuff at the house here, and it's like we're getting all these weird variants of stuff because sometimes they like paint things weird because, back in the day, when they're painting toys and stuff like that, they're like, oh, hey, whatever.
They never saw the actual art. And
they're just like, whatever. It, we're gonna paint half of it, and like it's a misprint. But now that weird variant goes for a lot. This like misprint Evil Lyn is amazing. I want this. I want to make this now.
Yeah,
it's pretty epic.
Well, let's see. We've got
her outfit is amazing too. She's got some cool boots and awesome like shoulder kind of piece over her neck and arms. It's amazing.
Did you know?
Yeah.
Just side note. Nothing about this book, but there was a Hawkman special that led into the series.
Yeah.
And while Don Heck
Yeah.
inked the series #1. Guess who inked Hawkman #1?
I don't know.
Leading into his penciler run on Warlord.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No.
One Ron Randall.
The double R.
Ron Randall's showing up everywhere.
That is amazing. That's pretty cool.
Well, anyway, now I'll turn the page. I do.
Okay.
I was distracting you on purpose.
He was distracting me on purpose because of the amazing page it's coming.
Well, yeah, I would tell you it's page 2, but I'm not sure because there are no page numbers here.
That's true. There are no page numbers, but there's an amazing art on this page.
Which is highly disappointing. Yeah, we've got more Legion of Superheroes backgrounds.
Yeah.
And a statue.
The hawk bird thing.
This is a really simple story.
It really is.
When it breaks down.
It's a tale as old as time.
Song as old as rhyme.
Yeah, both of those things. I mean, really, when you think about it, it's just two
Is it a song as old as rhyme? That lyric doesn't make sense.
It's two superheroes being stolen from their own planet to be brought here to be found as treasonous.
And one is beautiful and one is kind of a beast.
Yes, exactly. And they're brought to a library with their little chip friend, Fern.
Well, Booster Gold gets charged with whatever,
Yes.
and of treason, and he says, "You're nuts. We didn't commit treason. We don't even know who you bozos are." In his cape, by the way.
I know.
We need to get rid of this cape. This is the cape is, and his cape. So one big problem with the Dan Jurgens art right here. You're yawning again. Like,
I know.
Sorry, are you saying that the Jurgens art is so boring that you need to yawn?
I'm only
Mr.
yawning.
Jurgens, I'm sorry we met you a couple of years ago. Well, not even. Yeah, a couple of years ago. And Greg was so bored by you that he's now yawning.
I'm yawning to give to blow air.
Never did this guy on our podcast.
I'm yawning to blow air into the scene so that Booster Gold's cape has something to flutter with while Superman's cape stays let into the ground.
Yeah, it is a fine point. Why is Booster Gold's cape like flying and Superman's cape is down?
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, you don't tug on Superman's cape.
No, you don't. You never tug on Superman.
Spit in the wind.
No, you don't spit in the wind.
And you don't take the mask off the Lone Ranger.
You'd never take the mask off the Lone Ranger.
And you don't mess around with this alien king guy.
That's right, because I hear he's bad, like Leroy Brown.
Those are different songs.
Oh, are they? Man,
Yeah, same singer.
I know. I got Jim Croce on the mind.
Same singer, different songs.
Oh, man.
Same singer.
Wouldn't it be great if you mashed them both up at the same time during karaoke and just watch people just like yell at you?
I think most people do mash those two songs up.
I just did.
Yeah,
like
I did think it's I think it was a very common mistake, actually. So how many of our listeners even know who Jim Croce is?
Probably two.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if we go down this path, I'm going to start getting into like Three Dog Night and.
Well, I mean,
Jim
you could
Croce
if you wanted to.
Yeah. I bet none of these guys have been to Spain.
Oh,
so, I mean, it's probably true.
Probably true.
Do you think they've been to Oklahoma?
I don't know. I don't think so. Do you know that in the jungle, the lion sleeps tonight?
That's neither of those singers.
I know it's neither of those things, but in the same era of these.
No, that's before. The Nylons were before.
Were they? Oh,
yeah,
man. I got to see them live when I was like
the
13.
Nylons.
Yeah. Like I saw like the remaining members
really
do a show. My parents took me. It was pretty cool.
Well, at least I had a scout troop where I didn't need the Nylons because I had a scout member who could just sing the song.
Just sing it.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Mean, Chris McCafferty could sing the song.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody has a future opera singer in their scout troop.
Just getting it out there. Yeah, just
it's about that time of season. We better start thinking about a Christmas podcast.
Oh my goodness, an episode for that. Yeah. There's a couple good books out there.
We might have an interlude here before we get to the last two Booster Gold episodes. We might have to have a Christmas episode.
Oh, curses, I suppose.
I haven't talked to Chris in a couple years.
Yeah.
He's been through a lot.
Yeah.
I wonder if he could sing us a Christmas song. Probably not. I haven't, because I haven't talked to him in like 2 years. 3 years? 3 years? How long have I worked at Amazon? 7 years? Have I not talked to Chris in 6 years?
It's been a while, Dan. Oh my.
Yeah, he's been through a bit too.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Chris McCafferty. I know you'll never listen to this.
He won't.
We still love you. And
yes, we do.
We know you've been through a lot. And I saw a post. That's why I got excited. And nobody listening to this cares, except they're going to care in a second because the alumni singers, like he does a Christmas concert every year for free for people. That's why it got brought up. So that's why I brought Chris McCafferty up. Chris McCafferty is also the first person to introduce me to the X-Men.
Yeah.
And X-Force. And, well, maybe that was a mistake.
There's no mistakes in comics. I mean, you have to get through some stuff to get to the other stuff.
Well, no, he had read the New Mutants and then it changed and he was like, oh, this changed. So you got to get these books.
Yeah, see?
We were at O'Leary's books.
Yeah. Got to pick these up.
So
why not?
It's, yeah, I mean, and I'm surprised Chris has never come back up on the podcast before because he is, obviously I was reading Legion stuff, but he is one of the reasons that I loved comics.
Got you into him.
Because he would take me to the comic shop.
Get you talking about it.
On occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, yeah. Him. I mentioned Jennifer Baker giving me all the old X-Men books to read that she had in her house.
Yeah.
And, there are people I know, you had just stuff at a random uncle's and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, both of them, pivotal folks in our high school years that were just cool folks,
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and when comics weren't really cool, it was right before comics got cool. Like comics, well, I guess X-Force, him showing me that was comics were getting really hot.
Yeah.
But is before you didn't just walk around talking about all your cool comic books. That was not a thing to do.
It was definitely that conversation that you had with someone that you found out they liked comics, and then hey, let's go talk about this somewhere where we're
then like a year and a half later, comics were all over the place.
Yeah.
Because Death of Superman, and as bad as that storyline was, I'm sorry,
popular.
Mr. Jurgens, but as bad as that storyline was, I mean, then you had 5 printings of a comic book,
right?
And Marvel got re-hot. I mean, X-Men was already hot, but when they got to Spider-Man, I guess. Yeah, I don't know the exact order, but Spider-Man got hot with Todd. X-Men got hot with Jim Lee again, and then obviously they did Image, so that got hot. But
it got hot.
Image doesn't happen
if you don't.
I don't think Image happens without Death of Superman
pushing the
and black suit Spider-Man.
Yeah, you don't get that. That situation happening without these
the X-Men
artists and
was
writers.
93, right? So that was after.
Yeah. When you're getting all those kids watching it, and then later on you're getting those VHS from Burger King.
Yeah. Well, but the X-Men cartoon was a kind of aligned with the launch of Image, right? That just helped the popularity.
Yeah.
Having a little bit higher quality cartoon, but I mean, it was the X-Men being so hot, and that #1 issue you can find 1 million copies of in the landfill.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the ET cartridge.
Oh, I got one over here.
Probably a higher quality story, but
that's in the ET cartridge.
I saw the other day, like, somebody was selling like 25 copies of X-Men #1 still, like on eBay or something like that. Like, I found these in a box. They're near mint. They're worth a ton. And it's like, no. You can, and a credit to, and Superman, this is 75 too. That was supposed to be, people were buying it to invest it. And it's like, I heard something once too. If you're getting stock tips from the maitre d', it's time to get out of the market.
Oh, are you getting them? Are you getting stock tips from?
No, not right now. But I mean, that's. But the thing is, too, for a lot of people, though, like that got people hooked, like us, got us hooked on comics,
right?
And then everybody else left. I remember selling a bunch of Wolverine books, 10 years ago ish. And the ones from the ones from the like early 2000s, late 90s were worth more than the more popular ones from the late 80s, early 90s. Just because there were so many printed.
Right.
And and good, and then but the industry collapsed in on itself. And here that's not happening, but I don't know why. I don't know why I decided to talk about Death of Superman. I guess it's because Jurgens did both, and now I'm hooked on this topic.
You're
sorry
stuck
to stray
on
us
it
from the actual issue.
You've gone rogue.
It's also amazing though what John Byrne did to the character, because you went from post-Crisis,
Mm-hmm.
and then John Byrne launches it and makes the character popular again. So,
Yeah.
to John Byrne's credit, all the hoopla around him taking over Superman and post-Crisis relaunches Man of Steel, right? Launches the darker, grittier.
Oh,
No crypto. We can't have crypto because
can't
it's too
have
much
that
fun. We can't have
cute
the Legion of
dog.
Superheroes. We can't have Superboy.
No,
We can't have Supergirl. Can't
none of
have
that.
any of these things. We've got to make Superman different, and but it did.
He's tough. He's dark.
I mean, at the time, right? Like, and we talked about Dark Knight Returns. We mentioned Watchmen's coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the deconstruction of comics, and and then here we're reading a super traditional comic book story,
right?
And
it is a very traditional comic book story. It's a very the plot follows a solid recipe. Each book has those things, hits those marks.
But then 6 years later, you have Death of Superman, which is a very traditional comic book story.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing, like am I back on this now? I'm making myself mad.
You're back on it again.
I'm back on this shit.
He's back on this. He's back on it, everybody. He can't get off
because
of it. It's
how sustainable was Man of Steel? Because if we get to the height of the popularity, we're back to telling really traditional comic book stories again to get readers to try to maintain it. And of course, the industry collapses. But and is the industry collapse related to that whole thing?
Yeah.
Right? Like, it gets popular and then implodes on itself because they couldn't either that storytelling was so good and they couldn't maintain the storytelling to keep people interested.
Mm-hmm.
I know there was a little bit of a talent drain. I know there's a lot of issues that lead to a collapse, right? Led to the collapse. But it's, you splinter the talent out against 3 companies instead of 2.
But
you got Stan Lee sort of leaving Marvel too, right? Like, and Jim Shooter running it. Obviously, was running it during the time, but Jim Shooter gets fired, in 91 or 92?
Yeah.
You get, there's just, I know there's a lot to it, but you were defending it you were defending it, and now I'm back on it because I'm like, didn't the whole industry, implode?
It did, but I think, if you don't do all these things, you don't get certain things, and that's really what it comes down to. And I think that's the realization that we have to, as readers and as fans of the stories of whatever they may be, have to either realize or accept. I mean, you have to take the good to get the, you have to take the bad.
But if these assholes didn't implode the industry, couldn't you make more money?
You could, but at the same point, everything has to go, it's just like a tide, Dan. It's the waves coming in and going back out again.
I don't
taking
think
the trash from the beach.
I think that is.
Sorry,
I'm interrupting you.
No.
I'm interrupting
it's okay.
whatever this tide shit is.
It's taking the trash from the beach and bringing it back out to the ocean to make the beach clean again, so that trash can come back to the beach and be brought back to the ocean. And then you have a trash island out there just swirling around. And that's where you're living right now. You're feeling the trash island.
Maybe not. It's just what I'm feeling is a squandering of resources and a sadness over this, and we do get, I mean, we do get good things coming out. I mean, there's a lot of good books in the late 90s that happened.
There's a lot of good books that happen out of this. And then if you don't do all of these things and you don't do the Superman stories that you're talking about, you have to remember one key and important fact. And this is so key, and I'm sure there's a lot of listeners out there that are going to agree with me, and they're going to very much revel in this, and they're going to feel this so strongly, and they're going to write in, and they know deep within their heart of hearts that this is true. Without any of this, Dan, you don't get Shaquille O'Neal playing Superman, or a Superman.
Shaquille O'Neal didn't play Superman.
He played Steel.
Yeah. And
That
that's out of
and
Death of
it's
Superman.
it's an analog Superman.
That wasn't out of the deconstructed comics. That was out of Death of Super. That
It's
was out
an
of
analog. It's an
Superman,
analog of
whatever.
Superman. It's an analog of Superman, Dan. And you
Okay.
don't get that. You don't get that movie without any of this. So, I
As much
enjoyed
as
the
I
movie.
like the Steel character and probably the only good character that came out of that mess.
And Shaq playing him, I mean, that's amazing. And you don't get Shaq.
No, the
Fu,
movie,
and you don't get
trash.
you don't get Shaq gummies and Shaq tea and all this other stuff.
God. Okay, well, can we get that back to this book we're reading that didn't sell at all, which is the whole reason we had all these other fucking deconstructed books anyway? Because obviously, if books like this,
is that all I had to do? Everyone was just start talking about Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes,
Shaq Chicken.
yes, yes. If we're talking about the reasons the fucking industry imploded, there's a great fucking example.
I mean, it's a good movie.
It is not a good movie. What are you talking about?
It ends at its runtime.
Terrible movie.
It ends at its runtime. It's a good movie. Oh, Dan is so mad.
It's just it makes me sad because like that's the shit like, and how out of touch. Okay, so let's back up a second. Okay. So we have Booster Gold here.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna flip a couple pages because Booster Gold and Superman are gonna fight the space aliens, and
oh man, Booster's just smacking them around. He's headlocking people left and right, kicking them in the head.
Miscolored Evil Lynn like does something to them and like knocks them out.
Mind zap.
Yeah. And basically we've got Mind Dancer, except she's on a different planet and she's bald now.
Man.
But these are occult energies from her cerebral core. These are occult energies. See, it is Evil Lynn. I'm not. She just needs a mace.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's bald so that the energy can come from her head easier. Oh, Dan, that's why you're bald.
And nobody's going to be able to listen to this podcast because it's so frenetic, and I'm going back and forth between topics. But the fucking disconnect between the goddamn movie and what was going on in comics too, right? Like, here we are. We talked about it shifting to more traditional comic stories, and then they just release, an hour and 30-minute movie that's just a fucking joke of comics. So it's like basically they made Ready to Fucking Rumble with Steel, and they make a whole movie that just pisses all over fucking comics and makes fun of them. And in '89 they have Batman, right? But by the time Steel is coming out, we have the shit ass fucking terrible Batman movies.
Okay. Here's a question.
Holy rusted metal Batman.
Are you gonna? Okay. In one hand, you have
no, it's holy and it's rusted.
you have Batman with George Clooney and Chris from
yes, holy rusted metal Batman. I just did the joke.
Yes. I know. You have that Batman, and you have and you have three hands, right? And in one hand you have Steel, and in another hand, a few years later you have, I know your favorite movie, Green Lantern. Which one do you throw out the car window? Later. Which one do you throw out the window?
Steel.
Really? Green Lantern's so terrible.
Green Lantern had a better plot than Steel.
Okay. And you'd keep that Batman and Robin?
Yeah. There are two. In each of those movies, there are people with eye appeal. Okay, at least.
All right.
And I also know Ryan Reynolds is going to redeem himself later.
Okay.
So I'll
with another Green Lantern movie.
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately, no. They didn't let him write, produce, and direct a Green Lantern movie or whatever he does with his own movies now.
Yet.
I don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, no, because now
Nathan Fillion's gonna do his own Green Lantern movie. It's gonna be amazing.
I'll be haunted by this. You will be haunted by this forever when it goes from my house to your house.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
awesome.
Anyway,
okay.
So
back
on
to
the
Booster.
story.
Back to Booster.
But God, and these asshole companies are still so disconnected from the writing in the books that's happening. It just is so incredibly frustrating that we could have such good comic writing and storytelling, yet they can't figure it out in the moviescape, and they have to make everything into a fucking joke.
Yeah.
If they wanted a fucking joke, just okay.
Well, I mean, what if you had,
it's appropriate that we turn the page
comics
here because we go back to Gold Star Inc.
Oh yeah. Back to Gold
Everything
Star
is
Inc.
a joke. You were about to say what?
I was going to say, what if you had Ernest Saves Comics? Ernest P. Worrell comes out as a superhero in the universe, right? And he is rivaling the likes of a Booster Gold. What do you say about that, Dan?
It feels like something you would write for fun on a weekend on a lot of Adderall.
And surprisingly and sadly, it would probably be one of those things that somebody would it would get leaked to someplace, and then it would probably be the one dumb thing that gets like, hey, could you give us some more of that?
Hey, we love this. Yeah,
we love this.
Well, we get we're back at Gold Star. We meet the comic book creators. They're very excited.
They're very excited.
Dan Jurgens drawing a weird version of himself, which is not him, is excited not to draw all the characters.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big, tall, strapping person that's really interested in Trixie, and she is not interested in him.
No, not at all.
And the cats are very interested in the comic book artist.
Mm-hmm.
We flip the page. Meanwhile, in the office of Dirk Davis. Oh, he has a last name. That's not Jerk.
It's Jerk Davis. Oh,
we just flipped it around now. Okay.
Yeah. Jerk Davis.
Booster's agent and manager. He's talking to some guy. To Dr. Sue.
Dr. Sue.
And Dr. Sue he said, there's a lot of text on this page because we got to get a lot here. We got to get back to the story. And there's a lot in this. There's apparently a lot in these C plots going on.
Yeah.
He's certainly intrigued by his position at Star Labs, keeps him busy. Mm-hmm. And Dirk's trying to buy something. He says, I hear you, but look, Batman has Robin and Lone Ranger as Tonto, and now Booster needs a partner.
Oh, a partner. But he has one. He's got Skeets.
And he has to check for $150,000, Dr. Sue, to find him a partner.
Make them
what
a suit.
Could possibly go wrong? I'm just going to make you sad now because you know what happens.
So make him a partner. Oh, this is bad news.
These are comics that scarred you as a child.
Yeah.
I didn't read them as a kid, but you did. It's like, anyway, we probably won't get that far in the Booster series, though, so I'll spare you that.
No, we should. It's good.
That'd mean we do Booster Gold until next fall.
I'm just joking. I'll just read.
But we are reading the next two after this one because we're covering the 2 Legion of Superheroes issues.
Yeah.
So maybe I should do things for you. Well, anyway. The reason we're doing the 2 Legion of Superheroes because we're extending the whole origin storyline that we got into here, and once that's wrapped up, then we'll get rid of Booster Gold.
Yeah. Get rid of them
forever. Yeah.
Can't get rid of Booster forever, Dan.
Well, Spaceman, Fern, Superman, Booster Gold, and Skeets, and Z are all in jail together.
Space jail.
On the planet Veller.
Allium.
And yeah, and everybody's been reduced to the size of Z. We find out. And
so they're all
find out, and Z is telling them that Lord Gallup is a vicious tyrant who rules Veller and needless murder and mayhem. Brah, brah, brah.
Oh, he's a bad dude. Which gets
he's missing
Booster.
And he's sympathetic because he's missing a fang.
Oh, yeah.
And basically he gives this really big sob story about how terrible this is, that he's been on a quest for justice. He's been trying to institute democracy. The people took his wife and his child and they executed and tortured them. And Booster looks sad and Superman looks sad and Fern reaches out with his hand. Booster gets really mad. He's like, that tears it. Z, you've got an elite commando squad here. Tell us what you need, and we'll knock out that murdering tyrant off his throne. And Skeets is like, Booster, don't be rash. We need more information on the situation.
We need to know more. Need input.
And
Skeets is Johnny Five.
Yeah, Skeets is not convinced. And Superman chimes in. Political affairs are never cut and dried, Booster. This is a totally alien situation. What a jerk!
An alien situation.
Well, it is an alien situation.
It's alien to them, Dan. They're the aliens.
Sure, Superman's kind of a jerk in these stories.
He is a jerk. He's been a jerk in everything we've read up to this point.
We need to find something where Superman's not a jerk.
I know.
Maybe if we read something from Superman's actual book, he won't be a jerk.
What if we read The Death of Superman where he's dead? Can't be a jerk then.
He can't. No, that's true. Was he in the Legion books we read? Yeah. Well, Superboy was. He wasn't a jerk in those. Remember, he tried to beat up Darkseid.
Yeah. He tried. Did not succeed.
Didn't go well. He got zapped back to the 20th century. But
ow! Bye, Superboy.
Well, now Superman and Booster are fighting over again, and Skeets is even taking Superman's side. Superman has a point, Booster. We cannot involve ourselves, and they're glaring. We flip the page, and Dirk's reading the new Booster Gold comic. He's very excited about it. I believe that's about his level of education there.
Yeah,
probably what's going on in the comic. Something clever.
Yeah, it's entertaining to him and delightful.
And I do agree with Dirk for the first time in all of comics. The phone rings and he says, "Another great literary experience ruined." I agree. When people call me when I'm reading comics, I
know.
Don't appreciate that.
Terrible.
Right in the middle of something important.
Oh, worst.
And he gets a call and it says, "Listen carefully, Davis." And we hear, "Daddy, help. I want to go home. I want to." And Dirk, who apparently has a kid,
he's got a
not
kid.
Sure. I'm not sure I realized anybody would mate with that human.
Because, well, yeah, he's kind of a gross dude.
A Dirk. And, well, anyway, now he's very sad. He says, "Oh my God, Sarah." So we've got like 5 C plots going on. Okay, that's cool. We don't have a B plot, right? We just have 5 C plots right now.
Yeah, just like 5 fingers on a hand.
Well, Booster notes that they've
Hopefully
got company.
Chicken fingers, because chicken fingers are delicious. Oh man, I was eating chicken fingers last week,
but you're happier with it.
I know. Chicken fingers, so good.
Well, Booster notes that they have company.
They got company.
The Lord Gallup is back.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got friends
in low places.
And Superman's trying to reason with him. "Hey, you're wrong about us. We mean you no harm.
We just want to party.
Says, but if you try to harm us, the consequences will be harsh to you." Wow.
Oh man, Superman's putting down the law.
Yeah. Yes. Did Superman get skinnier and taller?
He did. He's been in jail for a while, Dan.
That's true.
They probably put him on the rack.
On a hunger. He's probably on a hunger strike. Actually,
yeah, he's on a hunger strike. They're only feeding him like some sort of paste or something like that, so he's not getting enough protein. They put him on the rack, stretched him out a bit.
He doesn't mind stealing bread from the mouth of decadence.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's going hungry.
He's going hungry. They're singing.
Yeah.
They're gonna sing.
He's going hungry.
Song. He's going hungry. Yeah. They're gonna sing a song about there's always tomorrow, but there's not.
Yeah. And then he's just gonna yell zombie, zombie, zombie over and over again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. He will be.
Well, anyway. Gallup says, we know that you are not at fault. You were only stupid enough to be tricked by Ranzi. My wife will return you to your normal size and you will quickly leave. Ranzi, though, will stay here and be executed.
Dunzo.
And Booster's like, no, damn it, I've had enough.
Oh, Booster's angry.
He goes to hit Gallup. He says, you court death, pup. And Superman's like the hot-headed fool, and Superman grabs Booster's arm, holds him back. And then he's like, Lord Gallup knows we're men of goodwill. We might yet have negotiated for Ranzi's life. Now Superman's really pissed. And Fern runs in, and he's like, no, you saved my life. Like, you just can't leave him here. No. Booster whaps Superman and knocks him down, and now it's on.
It's on.
And Skeets is not happy about this.
Skeets is like, oh, no, Booster, not again.
And Superman attacks Booster, and Booster throws Superman through a wall. And this can't possibly go well, because when Superman goes through a wall,
people get hurt.
And Superman's just thinking smack. He's not talking smack. He's like, I'll play along, let the kid work off some steam. Maybe he'll come to his senses. He's not strong enough to hurt me. And his force field should protect him. God, Superman's such a dick in this.
He is. He's kind of like, arrogant. Yeah, whatever, kid.
Maybe we should call him Super Kirkman.
No. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, it's I don't know how I ended up hating one person so much for such a short clip. You gave me all the context too. And man, I like those stories too. It just
you can like the stories. You can just, that's no. I mean, I made my own personal opinion up about him a long time ago. So
you made it up?
I mean, no, I didn't make it.
Kind of like Booster Gold and the story. Making up his opinion.
I learned things about the person, and then I just said, "Oh, okay, that's."
You gathered evidence and made a decision.
I gathered the evidence, and I made the decision as to how I felt. And I said, "Okay, cool."
That's very funny book forensics of you. That's gathering evidence, thinking, making a decision. How grown up and mature.
I know. And then I never bought one of those books. So
that's fair.
I only watched the shows because I got them for free.
Well, Booster's now glowing gold. And Superman's just running him into things. Fern is stressing out because like they're going to kill each other.
I know. Fern's like, both of my superhero pals are fighting.
And in the background, Skeets, as usual, is straightening everything out. He's having a nice, calm conversation with Lord Gallup, fighting out what's really going on.
I know. What's the real deal here?
Yeah, Superman and Booster Gold keep fighting each other, playing around. And Booster's just indignant. I can't let Z be punished. Poor guy's been through enough. And then finally he gets kazapped. It's a Zach. I don't have alcohol today. I'm drinking Gatorade. It's very exciting. Maybe because we drank too much alcohol in the other episodes.
Yeah. It's too bad for you.
That'd be me. Yeah. So we'll drink some Gatorade. And yeah. And then Superman's like, you did this to me. I thought you were my friend.
Oh,
no. Skeet zapped him. Skeet zapped him. That's what happened.
Skeet zapped the booster. And the booster's falling. And
Skeets is like, I am Booster. That's why it had to be me. That's why we stopped this. And we get everybody looking at the two of them. We've got Ramsey looking at them, Gallup looking at them, Superman looking at. I like this panel work.
Yeah, it's a good panel. Yeah.
Fake Evil Lynn looking at them.
And Fern.
And then, and Fern too. Yep.
Yeah.
And then he says, why, Skeet? Why? And it's terrible.
It's terrible.
And Skeets explains the whole thing. He talked to Lord Gallup. We found out that Z has been trying to overthrow Gallup's regime and claim the throne for himself for years. He never even had a family. He lied. What? And Booster comes to the realization that he should have known his whole life. You mean I was wrong? In a stunning display of blonde football player white privilege.
I know. Well, I think the biggest thing that Skeets tells him is that, and what really makes Booster come to terms with it is that that Z celebrates Toyotathon over Happy Honda Days, and it just blew his mind because he didn't understand why somebody would do that. And I'm a Toyota driver myself, so I mean, but I get it. It's all in marketing, though. It really is. It comes down to that, and Booster just couldn't wrap his mind around it.
First off, you drive a Prius.
It's a Toyota.
Barely a car. And then,
oh my gosh, Dan.
On top of that, can you smell it?
Smell what?
The pretentiousness?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Hey, I like to drive around the neighborhood and just tell people I'm doing my part, okay?
Yeah,
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I assume you've seen the South Park episode that I'm referring to.
Yeah, I mean, I drive my car, parking the furthest spot away from everybody at work, just so they see my car. And then when they drive in, they park really close. And then I walk in and I tell them all I did my part.
There you go.
I drove the farthest away from where I live, and then in an economical car, and then I walked the rest of the way, so I didn't have to drive all the way into the parking lot.
Well, in the more you know segment back in the comic book,
yes,
in the more you know segment, Superman explains that there are several sides to conflict, and seldom not as simple as good and evil, illustrating why this comic isn't selling.
Oh, damn.
Because, see, this is a comic book that's kind of fun and comic booky, and now everything has to be deconstructed and sad.
Yeah.
And anyway, basically, he apologizes to Lord Gallup and wants to go home.
Want to go home.
It's a sad day. We have Paul just showed up. Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul is here.
What? Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul in the house?
In the house. That's a surprising guest. I don't think he'll be a guest on the show, though. He looks...
he won't even pop his head in and say, hey, everybody, what's up?
He can't even get back to my recording area.
I'm so sad.
Maybe he will.
Yeah. He's not gonna.
I was just expecting Juliet to pop up because Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul is here. But it's... just like Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul appeared. Just like Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul appeared, we have an appearance by Lois Lane as
Lois Lane.
The heroes return home.
Who's she there to see?
I don't know. She doesn't really. I mean, this is the John Byrne era, right? So, are they dating, or is he married to Wonder Woman? Like, I don't know.
She's there on her own accord to see whoever she wants to see. Oh my gosh, she's there for Booster.
Yeah, Booster is news with a capital N. He was really taken the city by storm in a short time he's been here. Face it, Superman. You have some real competition now. No offense, but
Damn.
John Q. Public, you're yesterday's news. Well, maybe
You're a
it's because he's
wash
been
up.
being such. Maybe it's because he's such a jerk.
Yeah, dude, Superman, you're a wash up, dude. You gotta, you're done.
Nobody wants to listen to you preach about how terrible everything is and how horrible everybody else is.
You just curl up and die.
Meanwhile, we have the meanwhile section.
I know. Meanwhile,
Blue Devil number 27.
Oh, damn.
Godfrey Goose is on the loose. I have no idea what that's about.
Godfrey Goose
Who's
is
number
on
18?
The loose.
I thought Phantom Girl was last time. We mentioned the P's last time. I mentioned Phantom Girl.
Yeah.
Phantom Zone, Phantom Stranger, Phantom Girl, Plastic Man, and many more.
In Plastic Man.
Booster Gold number 7. We know what's happened.
We do.
Infinity Inc. number 29. Jade goes home. These lead-ins don't sound very exciting.
They don't. Hey, check this book out. It's not that interesting.
Here we go. New Teen Titans number 23. The Secret of Raven plus Starfire's Fate. That sounds interesting.
Well, that does sound interesting. Okay.
Dark Knight number 3. Hunt the Dark Knight with Batman versus the Joker plus Superman. See that? And now, admittedly, I was dogging on the Dark Knight Returns, but of the description so far,
it sounds pretty cool,
that
right?
does one sound pretty cool. Like,
and it actually is pretty cool, Dan.
Sergeant Rock number 411, the man behind Rock reveals all. Swamp Thing number 51. Swamp Thing returns home to learn of Abby's troubles. Because we ended the Gothic storyline. Yeah. Adventures of the Outsiders. This is the newsstand book, number 36. The Outsiders decide to relocate to Los Angeles.
Oh.
Because when you're not friends with Batman anymore, you got to leave Gotham.
Got to get out of Gotham, everybody. We don't need that many superheroes. We only need Batman,
Green Lantern,
Robin.
Yeah, Green Lantern Corps number 203, villains galore and all-out action. What? These descriptions are awful.
They are awful.
Warlord number 108. Morgan meets a female nemesis worse than Demos.
Oh.
Whatever. I bet fake Evil Lynn from this comic shows up in Warlord number 108.
That'd be pretty wild.
Well, we flipped the page back to the story, and I could give you a page number, except there are none.
There are none.
And we've got here Lois Lane blah-ha-haing the end of the story here.
Mm-hmm. She's got great hair.
All sorts of things. She does have great hair.
Yeah.
And she's flirting with Superman and making him mad because he's a jerk.
Mm-hmm. She's flirting with Superman and flirting with Booster Gold.
And Booster Gold's flirting with somebody else.
Yeah.
And he got a number 55596. Is that 4672 or 9672?
I don't know.
Should we try that?
Yeah, we could, I guess.
I don't think 555 numbers work.
They don't.
The whole joke.
Probably. Yeah.
Well, anyway, Superman is annoyed, and Skeets says,
mad.
"You don't like Booster, do you, Superman?" Superman says, "Doesn't matter. Tell me one thing though: is he supposed to be here?" And Skeet says, "Affirmative. My history records show Booster Gold, who operated in Metropolis. I know very little, though, due to the great time void that began in 1986.
Huh. A time void in 86, huh?
That's where they are. Yeah, how convenient.
Yeah.
Well, Superman says, just do me a favor. Promise me that you won't use your knowledge of the future destructively and keep him out of my way. Good news, Superman won't be back in this book.
Oh, shame.
And Booster's so clueless. He's like, hey, couldn't he even say goodbye? You think he doesn't like me? No, Booster. He's... Yeah. Well, the book was called the story was called The Lesson by Dan Jurgens, creator, writer, artist, Mike DeCarlo inking, Austin Moss letterer, Gene D'Angelo colorist, and Alan Gold editor. Seems appropriate.
Very. It's a gold.
You've had an editor named Alan Gold this whole time, and they weren't the editor of the book from the start.
That's who you put on this if you want the gold standard for Booster Gold.
Yeah, I mean, duh. Well, next issue, the Legion of Superheroes.
Oh my gosh, bringing out the big guns.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Legion of Super Pets will not be making an appearance.
So sad.
Who's going to hang out with Skeets?
I know, right? Is Skeet a pet, though? I don't think he's a pet.
I think he'd be a member of the Legion of Super Pets in the Silver Age.
You think so?
We'll
put that to the listeners. What do you think? Chime in and let us know.
I don't think the listeners care.
I think they care. I want to hear what they're thinking. You're like, yeah, whatever.
I want to know what they're thinking too. Just like Matt Canarton from 2 Extra Road, Northampton, New Hampshire.
It's an extra road?
03862. Yeah, it's Exeter.
Oh, Exeter. I thought it was 2 extra road. It's a double. It's 2 roads and one is extra.
Well, I've never been to New Hampshire, but I understand it could be Extra Road. Now, there was a letter from somebody from Spokane, but I skipped that. Do you think we should reach out to that person, though? Find out if they're still around?
You still around?
Well, this letter says, well, the first 3 issues have come and gone very smoothly. The ideas are shaping up very interesting and are very interesting. No, hang on. Let me read that again. The ideas that are shaping up are very interesting, especially Booster's enigmatic Legion flight ring. I hope it's the real thing, although the style of the L doesn't quite match. But I'm still hoping there is a real connection between Booster and the Legion we all know and love. It's nice to see Booster in Metropolis, firmly placed in the DC universe. From the start, so we know where he fits in. Will we be seeing him in other DC titles soon? The supporting cast is coming along fine as well. I like Skeets as a sidekick, and as long as his role doesn't get too hyper, let's keep seeing him around. Nice cast of villains, too.
Yeah.
Did Matt read the books we were reading?
Blackguard is an amazing villain.
But I'm waiting for a real heavy to show up. Yeah, I agree. No response to this letter because, of course, the Legion's showing up next issue, so there's zero reason to respond.
Or Matt. Got nothing.
The Mighty Maple wrote another letter that was published here. I'm not going to read any of their letters because,
yes.
There really should be like a book that just collects all of TM Maple's letters.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Maybe that's what you can do, Dan, is you can go through and just collect
all
of
the
Mighty
DC
Maple.
Marvel comics and find every TM Maple letter.
Yeah. And then put them all in there and then find out that, it was literally just a marketing ploy.
Yeah.
There was multiple Mighty Maples writing all these letters.
Maybe there was. I don't know. Do you think we should write? TM Maple's probably not around anymore, I imagine.
No, but we could take the moniker and write as the Mighty Maple. The Mightier Maple.
EMM.
The Mightier Mr. Maples.
EMM Maple.
The Magnificent Mr. Maples.
The magnanimous Mr. Maples.
The magnanimous Mr. Maples. And then we just start writing letters. That's our own column for the podcast.
What if
it's a joke, but it's pretty serious.
What if we
would you read
wrote letters,
listeners,
to the creators of these books that are still alive?
Yes.
About their book from 1986. So like we wrote Dan Jurgens like a letter column letter right now and sent it to him.
That would be
hilarious.
Dear Dan, just got done reading Booster Gold number 7. I have to tell you, never in my life would I had thought that my socks could be knocked off in such a way. But when you pitted Booster Gold against Superman, I didn't know what to expect. Now, I know Superman could have easily
Now I'm yawning.
destroyed
Yep.
Booster
Now you've
Gold.
got me to yawn. Yep.
But Booster Gold held his own purely by sheer will and sheer luck. Or is that
The
just
end.
my imagination? Please tell me.
Is it just your imagination running away with you?
Is it just my imagination?
Oh, wait. We can't talk about him right now. Oops.
Oh.
No Smokey Robinson references.
Okay. We're off of that.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. So yeah, we could that writing letters to the creators of books that we're reading years in the future from the past.
That could be kind of awesome.
It would be funny, and seeing what they
well
could be humorous, and seeing if they actually respond.
We do get an advertisement for All-Star Squadron, where the search for the Justice Society is continuing.
Oh yes.
Anything else you'd like to say about this comic book?
I mean, like you said, it's a pretty straightforward standard story in a sense, but I would say that as much as I was joking about in my imaginary story to Dan about the fight between Superman and Booster Gold, I do find it interesting that Superman, knowing that he overpowers Booster so much, would hold himself back, even though he's obviously getting angered by Booster, and could have stopped the fight a number of times by anyway, but he didn't. He waited it out.
Yep.
And it shows that even though we say that Superman's a jerk, he's not a jerk. Because if he was truly a big jerk, he would have done that. He would have power moved him. He would have iced him up. He would have, with his chill breath, he would have low lasered him with his eyes and hit him with a blast and taken him down. Or he would have baby powdered that hand of his up and gave him a little slappity slap across the face and maybe put him to sleep. But he didn't do any of those things, Dan. He just...
I kind of think that Lois Lane trolling him at the end of the story indicated how much of a jerk he was being, and that Lois was like putting him in his place.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, really what that comes down to is, I mean, Lois knows Superman well, more like better than anyone. And Lois, definitely, she put him in his place. She knows that he's a big jerk, and that, he's being a jerk up to that point, most likely, and has been probably a jerk to that point. And she has no problem telling him, or using her own ability. No problem doing that.
No problem.
And that's what makes her such a great character.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Lois is a great character. And,
no matter what storyline she's in.
Not go that far.
Okay.
I mean, there was Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, in the 60s.
But if you don't have her, then you don't get the other Loises, Dan.
That's fair. Well, Are we going back on that again? Let's rehash the whole beginning of the podcast. If you don't have that in comics history, then you don't get this, and you don't get this. If you don't have shit, you don't get a shit sandwich.
Yes, exactly. And we all like that, and that's why we read this book.
Well, I will say, next issue we get the Legion of Superheroes. It is interesting, and I want to explore this next time because I feel like all along Dan Jurgens has kind of given us hints of what's next every issue.
Yeah.
And outside of the flight ring, there's really no lead up to this next story.
Yeah, outside of the flight ring, you know that they've got to exist, but you don't know much.
Yeah, so read along with us because I was curious. This one seems like the most, outside of the flight ring, the most forced team up kind of thing because this story
more so than
sort of
Superman?
comes out of nowhere, and we went away from the 1000 for a couple issues.
Yeah,
and they're gonna appear again.
Oh dang! With
they're gonna be back.
They're back doing their MLM again.
Yeah, and almost in the BC plots, we really haven't been mentioning them at all, right? We haven't been mentioning Senator or whatever his name was.
Is he come back too?
Haven't seen Diamond Face.
Diamond Face. No, yeah.
Well, which is Senator so and so, right? And Diamond Face are the same person, right? So
get out of here,
Cobra Commander. Yeah, we haven't seen any of Cobra. I mean, the 1000, and now they're going to be back. So yeah, next time we'll get into that. Just we have some really important announcements. First off, Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul was already here. He looked not interested in joining the podcast, as if he had been working out and wanted to go do more working out.
Yeah,
it's almost like to be the lawyer who can choke out your lawyer, their lawyer. You have to work out all the time.
You gotta stay. Keep your eye on the prize and stay
in fighting shape. Yeah. So, but if you need some legal help, you can contact Night Legal, or you can head over for some jiu-jitsu training at Certified Martial Arts on 27th and Jackson / Bridgeport in Tacoma / University Place. There's a lot of slashes there. A lot of slashing going on. It's a lot of slashing. Also, someday, I have no idea when because it says September, but someday the Kickstarter for Okay, hang on.
Oh no.
Okay,
he's getting it, folks. He's pulling it all together.
The Kickstarter for the sequel to Nemesis by Albert Pune.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Called The Return of Alex Rain. It's someday going to launch on Kickstarter. And if you want to find out when, you can click the link in the show description and get notified on the launch. And that book is written by the co-author of Starlight, our good friend Travis Webb, and going to be drawn by Brett Wodelli.
Did Travis pay you to say it all correctly?
No, I'm just amazing. I get everything correct on this show. I don't know what you're talking about.
Because
I've announced this right several weeks in a row.
Because Travis told me in a instant message that he just PayPal'd you to say it all correctly.
That is not true. But if Travis does want to pay me for fantastic advertising, he can.
I kid
My PayPal
everybody.
is very easy. You can just message me at dshabbat@live.com on PayPal and send me all the money you want to.
All of it. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
I will happily accept your money. Send it my way.
And you'll say everything correctly.
I think I should just be paid for my general greatness.
Just paid for your general greatness.
Yeah. in general. But if you want to pay me to say things, I'm always open to that too.
You hear that? So if you pay Dan, he'll say whatever you want. Oh,
that is not true.
He's a pay parrot. Yeah,
that is not true. Look, if
you heard it here on the Funny Book Forensics, folks, if you pay Dan at his PayPal, which he just told you, he will read one on the next podcast. So pay Dan, and he'll say pay Dan, and he'll say it.
Now, yeah, I mean, I might say it. Now, what I say before and after, you don't know.
That's true. You don't know. It's a mystery. It's like a mystery box.
And if you've heard my advertising copy, I don't know that you want me to say things.
You get kind of what you want in a mystery box, but then there's also the other thing that you don't
that goes
want.
with it.
Yeah, that's what you're getting before and after. So you might get Dan to say the thing, but you
like if you sent me money on PayPal and wanted me to say Donald Trump is the greatest president in the history of the United States, I might say that on the podcast. But what goes before and after that statement might be something like, in the history of the United States,
allegedly,
for being the most self-aggrandizing piece of shit, treasonous asshole ever. But
see? Yeah, there you go.
I might say what you were looking for.
Yeah.
And if you ever clipped this, just that part, I will kill you.
Allegedly.
Allegedly kill you? No, there's no allegedly.
I'm pretty sure Paul would say that you have to say that.
Paul's not here.
Well, you said Paul is there.
Well, in addition to all of this, Absolute Zero's Camp Launchpad is still for sale. If you want it signed, you could meet Greg at the Retro Emporium on Meeker Street in Kent, Washington. Just look up Meeker Street, Kent, Washington. You'll get there eventually.
And you'll find all the other fantastic places there as well. But you'll find the Retro Emporium. I'll be there. Maybe.
You'll find More Than Rocks or Rocks and More. I can't remember.
More Than Rocks.
More Than Rocks.
More Than Rocks. It's kind of funny.
Isn't Rocks and More a better name?
Yeah, but it's More Than Rocks. You go there and there's literally just More Than Rocks there.
Right, but if the main store was Rocks and then and there was more things and Rocks and More, but if you say More Than Rocks, that implies that rocks are a secondary thing and there's like an extension of.
Yeah, because there's more than rocks.
Like if you advertised More Than Comics, then you'd be advertising that comics were the secondary part of your store. But if you said Comics and More, you'd be implying that the main part of the store was comics, and then there was some other stuff there too.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks. Well, anyway.
No, you're right.
We have finished the podcast called Analyzing Store Names.
Analyzing Store Names.
You can also pay me for, I'm hireable. You can hire me for a whole rebranding effort if you'd like. I will happily help you rebrand your store to make the name of the store sound more like what's in the store.
Yes, what's in the store. What's in store? Yeah, that's
could be. I'm very literal, so it makes it really easy to do these things.
Books.
Said no one. Yeah. They have books. That's the new name of the store.
Yeah.
Like, I could rename Page Turner Books in Kent, who we don't even advertise.
Why would we?
Well, because most of the books in there are not Page Turners.
They're books. They don't even have cookbooks. My mother-in-law was so upset. She wanted a cookbook, and she went in there and asked for a cookbook, and he was like, "We don't have cookbooks."
Wait. Your mother-in-law went into that shithole
and asked for a cookbook, and he's like, "We don't carry those here." And she was very upset because she wanted a cookbook.
I want to see your mother-in-law's interaction with that human that owns the store.
Oh, it was not great, but I mean, hey, I have not many things to say about.
Okay, well, anyway, this
I love my mother-in-law. She's fantastic.
Yeah. This update on the state of Kent businesses is brought to you by Funny Book Forensics. We're quickly moving away from this topic. That's it. We have nothing else to plug. Things are fun, and we'll be back with more. I do have things to plug though. You can look out for some Funny Book Forensics shorts on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram now.
Shorts? Like we're selling shorts now?
No, we give you like short clips of the podcast during the week after we release it to get you hungry for more of the bigger
audio
podcast
or video.
Well, kind of. It just depends.
People can see a video of the show.
Well, I might give you a video, but maybe some like clips of the thing we're talking about, like a little picture, like of a comic or something. Maybe a picture of Travis. I don't know. Like it could happen. Cool. Yeah, and then you watch the short, and then it'll have a link to the bigger video podcast on YouTube.
Wow. That's amazing, Dan.
And if you watch on YouTube, you should like and subscribe.
No way. Do you think people do that?
Oh, yeah. You like and subscribe.
Oh, if you do that, people, that'll make me happy, and that'll make Dan happy. And when we're happy, that makes us want to do more shows for you.
And the good news is, if you like and subscribe, we're not getting paid because all of our podcasts will be demonetized because there's too much cussing and reality in them.
We do this just purely because we enjoy doing it. We're just two friends hanging out. So,
but if you did, you could also comment on the podcast.
Oh yeah, comment on the podcast.
Terrible it is when we.
Oh, that's
Superman.
Great. Yeah, you can give us a 5-star rating, but then tell us how terrible things are. Always give us a 5-star rating, but then tell us what you really think.
Yeah, I agree. We love fake reviews. Yeah.
No. It's not a fake review. You can tell us whatever you want. Just give us a 5-star rating.
We love many reviews. Well, anyway, that's it. I'm done. I think
I'm done.
We are now moving on. Next time, it will either be Booster Gold number 8,
okay,
or the 2025 Christmas Spectacular.
Christmas Spectacular.
We have not decided yet. I have to look and see when all the dates of these happen. But
that's true.
It's I have to align my chakras.
Yes, you must get them aligned. Well, yeah, you gotta see what Deepak says and get your chakras aligned, and get yourself ready and get the color spectrum in the wheel. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See what JC Knight says, and see if what was it? Zothra? Not Zothra. Rantha.
All right, this podcast is flown off the wheels. You too. If you buy a copy of Absolute Zero's Camp Watchpad, Greg will not only sign an MXPX CD for you and send it with the book, but he will also give you a ticket to see Rantha.
Oh my gosh, no, I will not. Although my coworker at work we were talking about it, and then he was like, "I'm gonna get everybody gift cards for the holidays," and then he started to go down the rabbit hole and found out that you can buy gift cards through the site and try to give people gift cards. I don't know why, but
gift cards are the number one currency of scammers.
Yeah, because you're never going to use it, but people are going to pay for them.
Anyway, I never thought, as we conclude for the third time, that this podcast about book number 7 will last an hour and 23 minutes, but it did.
It did,
so
Dan.
We're logging off now. We love you.
It's just as long as the movie Steel.
We'll talk to you soon. In our destiny to sadness. Goodbye.
Bye.